It's late. Super happy about the game tonight, and we're just going to wing it. Welcome back to the Packer Mentality Podcast, where I try to keep you up to date and shed a little light on what is happening on and off the field with the Packers. And remember, I can't do this alone. Please join me and help me shape this channel into something epic. Take a moment to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and connect with me on social media when we're done at Packer Mentality. Packers have beaten the Chiefs on the Sunday night football 27-19 in Lambeau Field in front of a celebrity-filled crowd, including Olympic champion, the amazing Simone Biles, and from the WWE, Liv Morgan. And, oh yeah, Taylor Swift was there too. Packers defense held the Chiefs under 20 points tonight. That is nothing to sneeze at. That is an accomplishment. I'm not sure how they're doing it because at times it looked like the Chiefs were just going to march up and down the field. Uh, their first two drives, they easily went up and down the field, but could only come up with field goals. And it was just big plays in certain moments by a few of these Packer players that basically changed the course of this game. First drive of the game. It was actually the first couple drives of the game. It was pressure by the defensive front, sacks by Lucas Van Ness, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, and Presta Smith and Devontae Wyatt all had either a sack or a half a sack. That pretty much covers your front five. And then late in the game, it was an interception by Keyshawn Nixon, who made a great play, did a fantastic job of reading the route, recognizing the route, and finding the ball, and just making the play, making the catch. And that changed the complexion of the fourth quarter. Up front, still having problems stopping the run. Isaiah Pacheco had a big game. He had 110 yards on 18 carries, 6 yards a carry. As a team, the Chiefs had 148 yards rushing, but it didn't really seem to matter. Patrick Mahomes was 21 of 33, 210 yards. Did have a touchdown pass, but like I said, he did have that interception, had the 3 sacks. And his receivers, it was exactly what we expected. Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice were basically his two main weapons. Everyone else really didn't amount to much. Did feel like Travis Kelce was wide open a few times uh, on his routes. I'm not sure what was going on, but he seemed to be completely alone, considering he is their main weapon on offense. Not sure how they lost track of him and are letting him run by himself. But they did keep him out of the end zone, and for the most part, kept the Chiefs out of the end zone. Now, the biggest part of this win was the Packers offense. Came out sharp and came out hot, and it was Jordan Love. It was his big moment. Sunday Night Football, nationally televised. His very first NFL start was against the Chiefs. That was 2 years ago. It didn't go well, and he came out tonight and he got his redemption. And for the fourth, or at least the fourth game in a row, he was great. Did everything you want your franchise quarterback to do. Made big throws and got some help from got a lot of help from Matt LaFleur. The play calling for most of the game was really good and kept the Chiefs off balance. But in big moments, Jordan Love, I think it was a 4th and 2, under pressure, off balance, throws one basically into a well and hits Romeo Dobbs in between three defenders. It was an unreal play. Romeo Dobbs did a great job of making the play and securing the catch. Dobbs had a big night. Led the led the team in receiving yards, 4 catches, 72 yards. Christian Watson was huge tonight. Did everything you want your number one wide receiver to do. Uh, Made key catches for first downs. Makes a huge, going up over the defensive back to make the touchdown catch. Had 2 touchdown catches tonight, 7 catches, 71 yards. Dontavian Wicks continues to impress me with his ability to uh, his his ability to get open, and then when he gets the ball in his hands, he makes plays. 3 catches, 43 yards. Tucker Kraft, another game in there for Luke Musgrave. 3 catches, 37 yards. Had a couple big catches. Jane Reed, who's been the leader most games up until this point, not a huge game, but still had 4 catches, mostly in the short passing game, only 16 yards. They did utilize him in the running game as well. A lot of misdirection and reverses tonight. Malik Heath, 1 catch for 15 yards. AJ Dillon, and we're going to talk more about him. He had a huge catch for 14 yards. Ben Sims, uh, we don't hear his name very often. Very first drive, catches the touchdown. Uh, in the running game, AJ Dillon he was great tonight. Fantastic job. 18 carries, 73 yards, breaking tackles, getting first downs, getting them into short, making good runs on first down to get them into short yardage situations, and then in short yardage situations, I think he pretty much converted every time he got the ball. Patrick Taylor contributed a big 24-yard run, and let's see, Christian Watson carried the ball a couple times, but like I said, the play calling was excellent tonight. Jordan Love, 25 of 36, 267 yards, 3 touchdowns, 118.6 rating. That's what you want in prime time if you want to, announce your presence on the biggest stage. Great job by Jordan Love tonight. Actually, just one big issue with the play calling tonight, or with what the offense did tonight. At the end of the first half, uh, after Packers had forced another field goal and just had a little over 2 minutes left in the game, Packers looked like they were just going to kill the clock, but Patrick Taylor broke off his 24-yard run, got the Packers into scoring in the Chiefs' territory, and it felt like the Packers didn't know what they were doing at that point, because Patrick Taylor has that run, has the opportunity to get out of bounds, but doesn't. And then the Packers don't call a timeout. Chiefs end up calling a timeout. And then after that, the Packers just botched it. Just clock mismanagement. They had a penalty. They had mistakes on the offensive line, very conservative play calling, and ended up punting, and nothing happened. That was the end of the half. But thought that was a mistake, as far as Matt LaFleur or the management on offense. Run game and the passing game succeeded in a large part because the offensive line did a solid job tonight. Blocking was good. Pass blocking, for the most part, was pretty good. Just 2 sacks of Jordan Love. And don't have a lot of issues. I saw some nice plays by the offensive line in both the running and passing game. Saw Rasheed Walker basically running downfield on a little screen and helping, getting out in front and making blocks. But I thought it was a pretty solid job by the offensive line tonight. Now the Packers have won 3 games in a row. 3 out of their last 5 games, or 4 out of their last 5 games are wins, and they are now 6-6. They are now the number 7 seed in the playoffs with a schedule that is, let's just say, advantageous for the Packers. If they continue to play the way they are playing now, they are playing teams that are 500 or worse. The only team that is at a 500 record right now is the Vikings of the teams they have left. The Giants next week on Monday night, they have a losing record, not playing well. Buccaneers not playing all that well. Panthers are terrible. Then you have the Vikings, and then last game of the season is the Bears. Those are all winnable games, and if the Packers can win all of them, or even most of them, if you win 3 or 4 out of the last 5, I think you could sneak into the playoffs. And at that point, with our expectations on this season, I think you're playing with house money at that point, and you got to feel pretty good about yourself if you're managed to get into the playoffs or are in a position to be in the playoffs with this young team. We will start talking about the Giants in a couple days. But until then, guys, enjoy this win. Have a great week and go Pack Go.